So my name is Priyanka and I have to present my working model and non-working model with you. So today I am going to present my non-working model, that is of water cycle. So during this video I am going to show you and explain you about how the process of water cycle actually happens in our environment. So before discussing, let's have a quick recap what is the aim and objective of this model. Aim is to illustrate the process of water cycle through non-working model, and water cycle is basically consist of 5 step: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, runoff and percolation. So we all know that water cycle can be found in all three forms: solid, liquid and gas at any given time somewhere on the earth. The solid form, snow and ice, is present at the ice caps at the poles of the earth. Liquid water is present in oceans, lakes, rains and rivers, even underground. The gaseous form is the water vapor present in the air around us. So, the continuous cycling of water among its three forms keeps the total amount of water on the earth constant. So, it balances the all the water cycle. So, this is why we call it as a cycle. As we see that the first step is evaporation, where the water from the oceans get evaporated through sunlight and they makes a cloud in the sky, and that's why they known as condensation. And the third step is precipitation, where the water rain comes out in the form of water. This water comes back in the form of water and they run off into the rivers and lakes, coming back to the earth's surface, and some of the water gets absorbed. This absorbed water converts into underground water, or we can say that groundwater. So let's see how the with the help of model we can understand the process of water cycle, in which we can see that the amount of water can be balanced in our earth. So yes, this is my model about water cycle. I have made it with the help of thermocol, and I have used Fevicol and the colors to show you how this process of water cycle is going on. You can see I have pasted a layer of thermocol to show these clouds, mountains. I have also shown the sun and the clouds with the help of thermocol. So right, so if we talk about how the process will going on through the with the help of this model, so here you can see that ice is in the form of solid, as we have mentioned that water can be present in the three forms. So here ice is present in the form of solid, and you can see that there is a river which whose water is coming into the ocean. So here the water is in the form of liquid. And now the first step we have discussed accordingly. So the first step is of evaporation, where water converts into water vapor, and we can say that water is going from hydrosphere to atmosphere. So here when sunlight through sun, the water in the ocean absorbs the heat, so they rise up and makes a water vapor. And this water vapor, this is the first step where evaporation takes place, and the second step is when this water converts into water vapor, so they will make a come closer to form a cloud. So they will come closer to form a cloud, and the cloud is basically what are water particles, which are of very tiny water particles. They will come closer to form clouds, and this is the second step, in which we can say that condensation is happening. So when these clouds are getting heavier, so they will coming into the third step, that is of precipitation. So here we can see that when the clouds are becoming very dense and their temperature is very low, so they will lose their heat, and the cloud will coming into the form of rain. So this rain will be in the form of water, but if the temperature is below 0 degree Celsius, so this the form of water can be in the form of snow or hail also. We can say that in the form of solid, right? So the third step is precipitation, and the fourth step we have discussed earlier as there is runoff. So the water which is coming from the clouds in the form of rain, so they will coming back to the river and all the water bodies like ponds, wells. so they will run off into that, and basically when all the water bodies is mixing up with the ocean. So this is the fourth step where we can see that runoff is giving back the water to the all the water bodies. So this is the fourth step. So fifth step which we have discussed, that is of percolation. So what is percolation? So students, here we can say that percolation is basically when the water is going into the land. Here you can see that the water is getting into the river. So that was the step we have discussed, that is runoff. Here you can see that percolation, when the water is coming into the land, so the water will be absorbed by the soil layers. So these water will be converted into the groundwater. So when water of rain will be converted into groundwater, so this will be known as percolation. So you can see that the water which is rising up and taking the energy from the sun and getting evaporated, this will be coming back to this land or coming back to the ocean. So this is like the cycle which we feel. So I hope this water cycle is understood to all of you. We have discussed the five step, that is evaporation, then condensation, then precipitation, then runoff, and then the last one is percolation. I hope this is understood to everybody. Thank you so much.